Hi guys, welcome to my Q&A. Today I'm going to be answering 28 questions that people have asked me on Instagram that they want to answer on a YouTube video. Right, so Austin says, what was your first ever job? So my first job was a Thai waiter. I used to work in a Thai restaurant in Somerset. It wasn't really a full-time job as I was doing it part-time with college. I've never actually had a 9 to 5 myself, and I don't ever want one. Arish says, can the market ever change where your strategy won't work anymore? So not really, because my strategy is based on technical analysis, so it's quite a hard one to sort of, it can't ever really change. It's just based on patterns and trends. However, in terms of fundamental, if news comes out, then that can affect the strategy because obviously it's got nothing to do with the analysis. It can just be a news release with unexpected figures. So next question. Jamie says, what was the main reasons you started trading Forex? Okay, so the main reasons I started trading Forex is I messed up at school, didn't get the grades I wanted. I wanted to do forensic computing, which is sort of the criminal side of IT. But obviously I didn't get the grades for that. So I had to sort of start looking into things I could do myself without any qualifications, and sort of started looking on YouTube and got into trading. So Danny says, how much do you make a year? Bit of a personal question. I make enough to cover the bills and a little bit left over for supercars and holidays, which I wouldn't recommend because I usually crash them. So Holly says, top 3 tips for beginner traders. So firstly, I'd recommend don't get emotional. You can't have any emotions when you're trading. Don't put in more than you can afford to lose, because that's just going to go back to number 1. It's going to trigger your emotions. Make sure you do your research. Make sure you know what you're doing. Don't go in clueless. So Connor says, do you get taxed for doing Forex? Do I get, what's tax? No, I'm joking, yeah, I do. So you pay capital gains on anything you earn from trading. I also have income from selling courses and that, which is corporation tax. Sonia says, what education have you got? So I've got a couple GCSEs, literally probably like 5, maybe 6. I've got an A-level in Spanish. The other 3 A-levels are sort of messed up. I went to college to do business studies. My attendance was like 30%, so didn't go too well there. Like basically, I don't really have many qualifications, but I'm not stupid. Thomas says, what other businesses do you have? So I currently just have Team FX. It's an education company. It teaches people how to trade. I sell courses. I sell analysis. I also have a property company, which is still I'm sort of looking at buying property and renting it out. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have at the moment. But start of 2019, hoping to get a few more things going, get a few more businesses up and running. Simon says, looks sick. Ready? I didn't think that would be that funny. Oh God, wait, let's redo that one. Ready? If you're gonna laugh, walk out. All right, take 3. So Simon says, will you? Right, going again. Don't laugh. All right, take 4. Simon says, will you do anything on the SVR or leave it how it is? So I've currently had a few carbon bits done. So I've had the mirror wrapped in carbon, the bumper wrapped in carbon. I've got the lights tinted as well. So I've got medium tint on the back and light tint on the front. And I've also got my Instagram stickers put on the side windows. That's about it, really. Am I going to do anything else to the car? Not at the moment, but in the future I'm probably looking to wrap it. I just don't know what colour yet. But cheers, Simon, for making us laugh. Charlie says, why Forex trading and not other markets like stocks and bonds, etc.? I'm just going to make this really quick because I don't have a f***ing clue about the other ones. So Jordan says, if you weren't trading, what do you think you'd be doing job-wise? If I wasn't trading, I'd either, as I said, be doing forensic computing, or another thing I'd love to do is be an armed police officer. So Gundry says, how much is it to insure the SVR? The SVR cost me, I think, £8,000 for the year to insure, with a £10,000 excess, which is pretty. For all other SVR related stuff, as in pricing and like reviews on the SVR, I am doing another video which should be out sort of next week on the SVR. Barrett says, how to spot Forex scammers. To spot Forex scammers, just sort of, if they're not using their own pictures, basically, it's pretty easy to sell. If they're literally just flexing watches, money, cars, holidays that they're not even in the picture on, if they're posting pictures of their holiday but they're not in any of the pictures of their own holiday, then it's pretty easy to tell that they're a scam, or they're maybe not a scam, but they don't have a clue what they're doing. For all you know, it's just some 18-year-old kid at home living with his mum, just got back from his 9 to 5 and he's ready to help you trade. Toby says, how much Lego can you stuff up your bum? How much have you got? Nah, I'm joking, I don't actually know and I'm not willing to try either. Luke says, can you do a YouTube video on technical analysis? Yeah, I'm going to use this channel to, I'll do that again. Yeah, I'm going to use this channel to upload educational stuff. So I'll be uploading videos on simple technical analysis, how to spot patterns in the Forex market, how to successfully integrate your risk management, and just other basic Forex stuff. As to the more complicated enhanced stuff, I do sell a course on it. So if you check the link in the description below, you can actually buy a course down there. So Sakib says, do you have a schedule when to withdraw funds? So for example, end of each month. No, I don't have a schedule when to withdraw my money from my trading account. I just sort of take it if I need it, or if I'm looking to make an investment or buy something for myself, I'll sort of withdraw then. Basically, I just take the money if and when I need it from my trading account, but I try and compound the account as much as I can. Right, so Tom says, how long did it take you to fully understand and start being consistent with your trades? So as soon as I started with a £500 account, probably lost it all within about a month. Due to the fact I didn't really have a clue what I was doing. I just sort of wanted to get rich quick, which isn't what trading is. But after that, I did a few more months of research, learned how to trade on a demo account, and then went and put £2 in, which I'd saved up from my Thai job, or my Thai waiter job. And then with that £2, I sort of went building like that, started helping other people how to trade. They paid me to help them, and sort of went adding it to my account and building and building and building. And then I got more and more clients, so I actually created a business out of it. Instead of doing one-to-one for loads of people, I sort of made an online course which has all of my knowledge put into one course. However, in the future, I am looking to do one-to-ones with people for a set price. So Cullen said, starting with a £100 balance, what is realistic to be earning after a week? Up. No, I'm joking, but with £100, you're realistically not, there's no point. You might as well just learn, save up, and then go for it as soon as you have enough sort of knowledge. If you want to sort of get started and dip your toes in the water, then £500 is a good amount to start with. But yeah, if you've got 100 quid, just don't bother. Just don't. Fraser said, do Team FX hire? So I do hire. I don't actually pay salaries. I just pay a percentage. So say if you want to start selling my course, you get a percentage from the sale, if that makes sense. I don't even know what name this is, so I'm not going to bother saying it. So they asked, what's my biggest loss? My biggest loss, I know it's definitely not 5 figures, so I'm probably guessing it's about maybe like £9,000 in one trade, which I'm surprised I don't remember more precisely because I was probably very upset. Actually, no, thinking about it, my biggest loss is actually when I crashed a Lambo in Dubai. They put me in a cell and I ended up having to pay like £30,000 just to get myself out. They actually blocked me from leaving the country, so I couldn't even go to the airport and run away. I was Case says, what does it take to get where you are now? Right, to get where I am now, so you need a bit of mummy and daddy's money. No, I'm joking. Now, a lot of people do say that, obviously because of my age. They think it's all mum and dad's money, but trust me, it's not. I've worked up to this myself. Just it takes dedication, hard work, a lot of stress. The hardest part of what I do is probably time management. So actually no, another one of the hardest bits was the initial learning and obviously the transitioning from part-time job into full-time job. That was a big scare. My parents hated it, didn't want me to do it, wanted me to go to university or get a job. So that was a hard bit. The hard part is doing what everyone else doesn't want you to. No one actually wants you to go and do something that... Basically, the older generation think that they'd rather a secure job than something you've got to work hard for and do yourself and set up your own business. So Sarah says, do you trade cryptocurrencies? I did trade cryptocurrencies in the rise of Bitcoin, but as soon as it sort of started plummeting, I just got out. Happy with where I was and haven't really touched anything now. I've touched base with Electronium a little bit. That didn't go too well though, so I stay away from crypto. It's not like Forex, you can't really analyze it. It's all based on social media hype. Tom says, how does it feel to look out the world through Range Rover glass? Pretty good actually. I'm a lot higher than I was in my other car, so I can actually look into everyone's windows, see what everyone's up to. I get a lot more dirty looks. A lot of people look through my windows than they did in the Mac. So Ben says, how did you manage to get insured on your car at the age of 19? So I just went on Google, started looking up at loads of specialist insurance companies. I found one, I've spoke to a few actually, and the one that gave me the best quote was the one I went for, but it's not impossible, it's just very pricey. Brian says, one bit of advice to give to someone who's starting off trading. The number one tip I'd give is don't start if you can't afford the loss, because that's going to trigger your emotions. It's going to trigger revenge. You're going to revenge trade. It's just not going to work. And then you'll also end up giving up on trading before you've even properly learned it. So Will says, what's your favourite supercar? So if you class the Range Rover SVR as a supercar, that is literally my dream car, my favourite car. If you don't class it as a supercar, then I'd probably go for Lamborghini Huracan Performante. So anyway, thanks for watching. That's all 28 questions answered. If you do have any more questions that you want me to answer in maybe a future video, just comment in the YouTube comments below. Make sure you subscribe and give me a like.